What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Van Wilder, The Rise of Taj. So this movie, this was not it. I'm a huge fan of the first one. I like the character Taj. I like Cal Penn as an actor, but this was not a good follow up. It was boring. It wasn't funny. Yeah, I didn't have a good time with this. I didn't hate it, but it was just like there was just I mean, it was cool to check it out, but like I'll probably never watch this again. Like I don't know, it was just lame, you know? I don't know. And that's unfortunate because I went in with, well, I would say, actually I did kind of go in with low expectations because I watched the trailer and it didn't, like, from what the trailer showed, like the movie didn't look that great. But trailers are deceiving. Like a lot of trailers that I watch, they don't really like sell you on the movie, or like, oh, this looks lame, and then you watch the movie and it's like, oh, that was awesome. That was just a terrible trailer. But yeah, I watched the trailer. I'm like, this looks lame. So I kind of had low expectations. Then I went in, and I mean, yeah, it definitely lived up to those expectations. Like I said, in the first one, Taj is an awesome character. He's one of my favorite characters in the movie. He's cool in this, but I don't know. I feel like they don't give him enough to do. I don't think it's Cal Penn's fault. Like, he does like a good enough job, but they don't give him enough to do. There's not enough funny moments. There's some stuff that like I like kind of like the evolution of his character from the first movie to this movie, where he's kind of like coming to his own and he's more confident, and he kind of like takes on that like leadership role that Van did in the first one, where he kind of helps out everyone, and you know he's got the charisma going on, not as much as Van Wilder, but he's got his own little swag going on. He has like Van gives him like the golf cart. Van's not in it, but he gives him the golf cart. He still has a little bulldog, but yeah. So yeah, it was kind of cool, seeing like his character had some cool moments, but I feel like Taj was like a lot. He had like a lot, even though he was a side character in the first one. He didn't have more to do. He had more to do of this. He had more to do in this, of course, because he was the main character. But I feel like he had like cooler stuff to do in the last one, and I don't know. I was not a big fan of this. I keep going over the same points, but yeah, this was not it. I'll give you all a little plot summary. So, Taj graduated from Coolidge. He's going to this school in England to pursue a master's degree, I believe, and he's like also like a teaching assistant. He tries to pledge this one fraternity. They deny him, so like the only place he can stay is this house with all these like kind of outcasts. And he's like, you know what, I'm gonna like help you guys out. I'm gonna help you like gain confidence and like get respect on campus. So he helps them out. They become like a student organization, because I wouldn't call it a fraternity or sorority, because there is like, it's like co-ed, but yeah, they become like a legit student organization. And then they participate in this competition. It's called the Hastings Cup. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but yeah, they're participating in this competition with all the other like fraternities and sororities and stuff like that, and they're doing really bad. Eventually they start doing better. They make it to the finals. Some stuff happens with Taj getting framed. He's almost kicked out of school, and that's the basic plot. So I mean, the story was decent, but I don't know. I really didn't care for the story that much. I didn't, cause his like group of like like the whole all the new main characters I really didn't care about. They were like kind of like one note characters. Like there's the one like Irish guy who plays rugby, and then there's like the girl who's super promiscuous, and the nerd guy. They're just like stereotypical, but like not even really in like a funny way, just in like a lame one note way where like I didn't really care about them, and I didn't really like care about the conflict. Like the antagonist guy, like yeah, he was like hateable, but he was kind of annoying. I don't know. It was I kind of got sick of him, but yeah, that's the basic story. Not a bad story, and it's different. That's one thing that's cool about this movie. It is like switching things up and taking a risk where, you know, totally different setting, new main character, but I don't think it really like executed those things well. Like I said, I think Cal Penn did a good job. I like him as an actor, but I think he wasn't given enough. Like the script wasn't there, and then they didn't really do anything cool with like the new setting. Like I don't know. Yeah, like it was it just like happened to take place in England. Like they didn't do enough like fish out of water stuff with it, or like have like iconic English stuff or monuments or what have you. Of course that would cost a lot of money, but it was just kind of like, okay, we're in England now, like that's it. We're not like they didn't do anything cool with it, anything special with it. It's one thing that I thought was weird is like he's supposed to be a teaching assistant, but then he's just like there's like no other teacher in the room, and he's just like teaching all these kids that live in his house. He's like a full-on teacher. Like I didn't get how that worked because he's like studying. I understand when you're like studying at the higher level, you do like assistant teach and stuff, but like he's not assistant teach. He's like the main teacher. He's just like a full-on history teacher. Like how did that happen? How is this allowed? What's going on? That is one scene that I like though. He just has all the students like throw the books out the window. He's like, man, this is some outdated garbage. Like toss that out. I like that. He's got like a little love interest named Charlotte. The romance is all right. One thing I did like as well is the nerdy guy. He has like this girl. His girlfriend is like she has a twin. And there's this one scene where like he gets with the other twin, and I mean I like it because I mean he's not really like smooth like that, but I mean he's got like a pretty fine GF going on, and then her twin like wants to get with him, so he's just like, I mean he's just doing super well with the females, and he doesn't even he doesn't even have like the swagger like that. He's just like, I think you're really beautiful, and then she's just like, like that just works, and she's just like, you want to like be boyfriend and girlfriend now? You want to get married? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I like that he was like, getting with the fine honey dips there, and then he's getting with both twins. I mean, what a Mac, what a player. He's the player's player, Yeah, some of the comedy, I'm just gonna go over some of the comedy gags, like the main ones. It's like a lot of the same type of comedy gags as the first one, like the kind of gross out sex comedy gags. In this one, I feel like they didn't work. Like they just fell flat. Like I see what they were going for, but it wasn't funny. There was like this whole thing where this dog sprayed its spunk all over the place, and like it wasn't that funny. There's this like badminton scene, and the one girl like takes her shirt off, and everyone's distracted, and then Taj's team, like they're supposed to distract the other team, but then they're distracted too. And then there's this guy, he like doesn't talk the entire movie, and then it turns out he's like packing an 11-inch package, and then he like whips it out, and this girl passes out. Like those are like the main comedic scenes that I remember, and they didn't really do it for me. They were just whatever. like I get what they were going for, and the idea was funny, but they just kind of fell flat in my opinion. And then there wasn't. I mean, it's like a college party movie. There really wasn't that much partying. There was one party scene, which was cool, but that was it. I wish there was more partying. And then at the end, the antagonist, he like whips out, like they're like fencing. That's like the last competition. He whips out like a legit sword and starts sword fighting Taj. He's like trying to kill him, and then he gets like knocked into like he gets like his ancestors' ashes like all over him, and like that's the end of the movie, and then he gets expelled. Um, I mean that I thought was kind of crazy. I'm like, what? He's whipping out like the legit sword, because I mean, he was like, you know, an a-hole the whole movie, and they just like brought his a-hole level up to like a 10 out of 10 there, where he's like legit trying to kill my boy Taj. Like, what the heck is up with that? But that I kind of like. That was like a legit like a legit like cool climax where they're just, you know, like legit sword fighting at each other's necks, like trying to kill each other. I mean, Taj isn't really trying to kill him, he's just trying to, you know, save himself. But I thought that was a kind of a cool like final showdown. But yeah, like I said, so I'm gonna wrap things up here in a sec. But yeah, like I said, I probably won't watch this again. It had some stuff going for it, but it was pretty lame. You know, it's supposed to be a comedy. I didn't laugh once. It wasn't funny. I didn't really care about the new characters. It was just a bad follow up in my opinion. You know, they tried, but it it just it didn't. I mean, of course, sequels a lot of time are inferior to the first one, which is fine. But this was just like, I don't know. Like I don't even know why they made it. It just, I don't know. It was like, what was the point? But I don't know. That's pretty much all I have to say about Van Wilder, The Rise of Taj. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.